Hey world, it's been a while since I've graced YouTube screens, but I'm back and I'm ready for action. I want to be much more active with online activism in 2019, and that includes expanding my horizons of what sort of activism I want to promote on this channel. After much thought and consideration, I've decided to rebrand this channel with a new name for the new year. So without further ado, roll the new intro. Yes, that's right, this channel is no longer called The Irish Humanist and is now called Keats Universe. The purpose of this is not to remove content that I normally produce, but it is about adding to the scope of that content. I will still be making humanist related videos, that is not changing. Human rights is still something I'm very passionate about. In fact, there's other areas of humanism and human rights that I want to delve into in upcoming videos. For example, other areas of LGBTQ issues, transgender rights, and also my take on moderate feminism. But what I will also be discussing on this channel is animal rights and veganism. Not too long ago, approximately 3 months from the recording of this video, I decided to go vegan for a variety of reasons, which I will be getting into in a future video. But suffice to say, animal rights is something I do feel passionate about, and it is something I feel compelled to talk about. Now, I do appreciate that the topic of veganism can be somewhat of a sensitive issue to some people. It can come across as condescending and sometimes preachy. The way I view that is, it is going to be my approach to take the same approach that I did with the philosophy of humanism and apply that to the philosophy of veganism, so that we can have an open-ended discussion about animal rights and veganism in general. So that this is simply me sharing my facts, my ideas, my findings, my opinions, and so on and so forth in the most balanced approach that I can possibly manage. As this channel grows, and I really hope it does grow, I feel that something very positive could be gained from having an open dialogue on these issues. So with this additional topic alongside humanism, I felt it might be a little bit confusing for viewers, particularly new viewers, to why veganism is being discussed on a humanist channel. And yes, I know there is that whole argument that veganism is technically a subset of humanism, as many vegan philosophers are very opposed to speciesism, for example, and then there's the whole argument of vegan intersectionality with humanist issues and so on and so forth. That is something I can totally get into as a standalone video, but having to explain and defend this on every single video that I bring up veganism just sounds like a headache waiting to happen, and I just would rather avoid that if at all possible. Typically speaking, when most people think about humanism, particularly secular humanism, we're thinking about civil rights specific to human beings, from LGBTQ issues to gender issues to racial equality and so on and so forth. Humanism has been defined by many, including myself, as the philosophy of putting human beings first. Now, this is mostly in contrast with religious authorities who teach that it is best to put belief in a higher power first. But the point of humanism is that we are improving our relationship with other human beings, which is far from perfect, especially when you take into account everything that's going on in the world today. Donald Trump. Sorry, clearing my throat. But that is not to say that animal rights are not important as well. In fact, I would argue that animal rights are just as important as the civil rights that we deal with in reference to human beings. So that is why that I have somewhat reincarnated this channel as Keats Universe, so I can discuss both philosophies freely, side by side. So with that all said, I am looking forward to a very prosperous rest of this year and many more to come as I expand this channel and hopefully its audience too. Feel free to subscribe and click on that notification bell if you would, please. As a side note, feel free to check out the new channel trailer for Keats Universe, now available on the channel page. And until next time, everyone, freedom, peace and love, regardless to whether you're a human being or a member of another animal species. Take care.